Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
Such a dramatic throat clear.
I know. What can I say? Got to switch it up a little bit, you know. Don't want to have a bunch of just straight good evenings in a row. Got the little curve, you know.
Let's go.
This is Hunter here. I'm here with Colin.
Fucking pumped.
Just like fucking we're waking up. It's only 8:30 at night. We're finally starting to get our wind here.
Time to go.
Yeah, we're here going to talk about Nightcrawler, which you saw in theaters, right?
I did.
Because I remember you were saying, like, Hunter, you gotta see Nightcrawler. And I'm actually going to run...
I rewatched it recently, though.
Yeah, okay. We're going to actually have quite a few reviews coming out here soon because I'm running... I believe it's next weekend. It's the Oscar Gauntlet. You pay $40 and they show every movie except for Best Picture like in a row, so I will be watching a lot of movies next weekend, so I'll probably be doing that, so expect a lot of reviews. But we're talking about Nightcrawler for now, and Jake Gyllenhaal's always been one of those guys that I just don't think we appreciate enough, because he's done he was in Prisoners, and I really love that movie. I think the movie's great. He was in that. He was in Source Code. Of course, Donnie Darko, which I think is actually not a great movie. I think it's a
Donnie
really
Dongfish.
Donnie Dongfish, and then of course the classic Bubble Boy. I think Gyllenhaal's like a very well-rounded, diverse actor, and he's of course much better than his sister, who I think is a horrible actress. But that's a whole other. The whole other thing. But basically in this, he just plays... And I don't know, is Nightcrawler actually a term besides if you're not an X-Men? I
haven't heard of it before.
I hadn't either, and I was really curious if that was an actual term. But, I mean, I guess it could be, concerning what they're doing. So, basically, Jake Gyllenhaal... His character's name is Lou Bloom, and he's just this guy who's going around with a camera, and he's looking to get famous. He's looking to do his own thing, so he's going around filming anything that's like controversial that he could sell to a news station. So he's recording, something like anything that's at a police scene. He's pretty much right there with his camera. Right in the middle of the action, just trying to make a name for himself. So he's doing this for a while, actually, and pretty much finds this guy named Rick, who's this guy who's down on his luck, living on the street. Tells him, hey, if you want to make some money, all you need to do is learn GPS, learn how to track everything on your GPS. Learn police codes, and you're just my assistant. So they go around all these scenes, these crime scenes. They're taking video and are just looking to sell it. I mean that's the thin thread that connects them. So basically, Jake Gyllenhaal's character Lou just gets to a point where he becomes pretty psychotic about it, and it becomes like very much a story about fame. And about this guy doing things his way, rising to the top. I mean, it's almost like Scarface, but a much better, well-told version of Scarface. It's kind of a weird way to compare it, but I don't like Scarface really. So I'm trying to think of how it's better, and it's just a much better told film. Just to get out of the way. I know I haven't seen all the Oscar films, but man, Gyllenhaal I felt got shafted for a Best Actor nod because he is amazing in this.
Yeah, he's not even nominated, huh?
At all.
And I thought he was really good in this.
I was kind of sitting there the whole time, how did they miss him for a nomination? I was like, that's pretty unfortunate, actually, and. So I think this is one of the best roles he's had, if not his best role. He's charming at first in a weird way, And you can kind of see, like, because he's very much a go-getter, and you can get how, he'd be this driven to, want to sell stories and all that. Like, that's very believable. But about 50 minutes in or so, when he has this conversation with Rene Russo's character named Nina, who works at the news station, and he's trying to sell her this footage, the film takes a twist where they're out on a date. And from that moment on, you see this character for what he is. And it just, the movie descends into true darkness from that point. And the film actually gets better because of it. Because the movie does a good job of kind of making go like, oh, maybe he's not bad. Maybe he's just driven. And he's driven, but he's crazy too. And the movie does a really good job of showing you that little by little. So yeah, you've seen it a couple of times. Yeah, please, your thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, like we were talking about before, Gyllenhaal is super good in this. I mean, he plays like such like this smart, ambitious character, but he's just so creepy and weird and socially awkward. He talks to people like he's playing out like what he read in a book, how all this would happen. Like, he's like, no, this is what you're supposed to do now. Like, see, that this is how I presented what I just did. This is how you're supposed to respond. And he's just trying. He's like this control freak that manipulates everything around. And he just seems like he has no compassion or empathy for anybody that he's like surrounded with, or like any of the people that he's shooting, whether it be like a victim of a shooting in a house, or someone who was in a car wreck and getting worked on by paramedics and things like that. And he plays that role so well. It's super creepy to see someone who's clearly like so smart, yet like almost like borderline insane. Like, it feels like he's like the serial killer type, but he's not. He's actually just like, he's doing a lot of things within the law, but he's just like a terrible person, really. At least how the movie plays out in certain ways. So I mean, I loved his performance. I was like, damn, Gyllenhaal's got a good shot of winning the Oscar. So I was surprised he wasn't even nominated.
Because I remember going online and a bunch of critics were like, how did Gyllenhaal not get nominated? And I was like, was Nightcrawler really that good? It's at 95% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. That's insane. And after seeing his performance, I'm like, yeah, he really should have been nominated. That's pretty shit. Like I said, I haven't seen the other, I haven't seen anything that's been up for Best Picture yet, or anyone that's nominated in the Best Actor category. But I would take Michael Keaton out, and I'll put Gyllenhaal in. And I love me some Birdman, but I think Gyllenhaal, is much more deserving of a nomination than Keaton is for Birdman. I find it kind of ridiculous, to be perfectly honest with you. So I thought...
There's 5, right? There's 5 nominees. Do you know the other 4?
It's a Cumberbatch for Imitation Game.
Right.
Whatever the dude's name is for Theory of Everything.
Right.
Keaton, David, I can't even say his last name, for Selma.
Right.
And then, who am I missing? I'm missing one. Oh god, Imitation Game.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
I
was just like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, but yeah, maybe I would take Keaton out and put him in.
Yeah, maybe I'm not missing one. I gotta be missing one.
I literally haven't seen any of those other 3 movies, but
yeah, I mean, but yeah. Overall, though, I mean, it's a great film. In the last 25 minutes, wraps up the film in such a way that you're just like, oh my gosh. Bradley Cooper. It was Bradley Cooper from American Sniper. Okay, so that was the one I was missing.
Okay.
Sorry, Bradley. Love you, that raccoon. but
yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, great film. One thing we didn't talk about is the way it's shot. It's so gritty, and it takes place at night, like all the time, pretty much, and so that's creepy in itself. it's a violent movie. It's shot very similar to the way that End of Watch is shot. Like, you feel like you're there the whole time. I was just like, I love that aspect of the way the film looks. So, I absolutely adore this, and God, it's my second one in a row, but it's a fan-fucking-tastic for me. This is something else. I'm like, damn it, I'm going to have to buy this. And I'm not buying movies as much as I used to, but between this and John Wick, I'm like, damn, I need to buy both of these in HD and watch these over. And you just see how Joan Hall's character just descends into that pit as far as just being just a darker, just more detestable character. Because you're right, at first you're just kind of like, okay, like, he's terrible, but he's not, like, insanely terrible. But by the end of this movie, I was like, you're a fucking douchebag. And I was just like, God damn it. So, okay. One thing I will say before I let you give your rating that bugged me. And it didn't really take away from the movie enough for me to, like, knock it down from this fan-fucking-tastic. But Joan Hall starts selling the footage he's getting. And he's clearly making good money. So he gets this really nice. I want to say it's a Jaguar. Don't quote me on that because I'm probably wrong. But he gets this car and it's bright red. And I'm just like, if you're gonna be trailing people, why would you get like a bright red? Like, it bugged me a little bit. I'm just like, wouldn't you think you get like a different color so you don't stand out so much? Like that. Yeah, thoughts. That just kind of bugged me a little bit. But
I guess I didn't think about it. But I mean, yeah, clearly if you're gonna be tailing people around, it's not the smartest thing.
Yeah, that was like the one thing in the whole movie. I was like, okay, if there's only one thing that bugs me, I guess that's pretty good. But yeah, fan-fucking-tastic for me. So, Mr. Colin, what would you say?
Yeah, I really liked it. It was one of my favorite of the year.
Spoiler, God, just reveal your whole list here. Why don't you just...
I said one of.
I know, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. Whatever, Hunter. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was pretty universally liked. But yeah, it was a really good movie, so I'd give it a solid A.
Nice. And, yeah, Gyllenhaal, man, keep it up, man. You're doing really good stuff right now.
He was really good in Prisoners, too.
Yeah, and I actually watched that, like, a couple
He was also really good in Enemy. Although that movie was really weird, but he was really good in it.
I think you saw that. You told me you really liked it. I never saw Enemy, but... Yeah.
I don't know if I love that movie, but I love him in it. He's really good in it.
Fair enough. I mean, there are quite a few movies like that.
Yeah, it's that weird movie where he like finds like a person that looks exactly. I mean, he finds like his twin.
Oh yeah,
but like they have no relation to each other or whatever, but they look exactly the same.
Okay, yeah, I did remember seeing trailers for that, but yeah, I never saw it.
Strange movie,
but. Yeah, guys, go ahead. Like me, follow me on the Twitter at jhunterrealpineapple, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/realpineapple. You guys have a good night. Bye.